He was sitting 12 feet in front of me, right there, at a plastic table outside a noodle stall on Khao San Road, eating pad CEW like he didn't have a single sin on his conscience. And I had a choice to make. Imagine you're walking down this exact street right now. The heat hits you first, that thick, wet Bangkok heat that wraps around you like a second skin even at 10 o'clock at night. The smell of lemongrass and exhaust and grilled pork. Tuk-tuks screaming past. Vendors shouting in Thai and English and everything in between. Thousands of people pressing through this corridor of light and noise. And somewhere in that crowd, the man who destroyed your life is eating dinner. My name is Daniel Marsh. I'm telling you this now because I want you to understand what revenge actually looks like. Not what the movies show you. What it really is. It started in March of 2018. I was 34 years old, and I had spent 11 years building a small import business out of Chiang Mai. Handcrafted furniture, textiles, some ceramics. Nothing glamorous. But I had 6 employees, a warehouse off Niman Road, and a contract with a boutique hotel chain in California worth $480,000 a year. I had a wife named Prey. I had a daughter named Maya who was 4 years old and obsessed with elephants. I had everything. Then I met Marcus Webb. Marcus was British, 42. He wore linen shirts and talked about supply chain optimization like he was reciting scripture. He approached me at a trade expo in the Queen Sirikit Convention Center here in Bangkok, right up Ratchadaphisek Road from where we're walking now. He said he represented a logistics company that could cut my shipping costs by 30%. He had documents. He had references. He had a business card that felt expensive. What he had, I would later learn, was a gift for becoming exactly what you needed him to be. Over 3 months, I handed Marcus Webb access to my supplier network, my client contacts, and this is the part that still makes my stomach turn, co-signatory access to my business account to facilitate a joint payment structure he said his company required. $47,000 moved on a Tuesday afternoon in June. Then the account was drained. $312,000. Gone in 6 wire transfers over 72 hours. Marcus Webb's phone went dead on a Thursday. The Thai police were sympathetic. Interpol was interested. My California clients were not. They pulled the contract within 60 days. I sold the warehouse. I laid off my 6 employees. I borrowed money from Prey's family to keep the lights on. By December of 2018, we were finished. Prey left in February of 2019. Not because she stopped loving me. I want to be very clear about that. She left because I had stopped being someone she recognized. The man she married had become something hollowed out. Something that sat in dark rooms and researched Marcus Webb's digital footprints until 3 in the morning. I stayed in Thailand. I took odd work. English tutoring, translation assistance, some freelance logistics consulting that felt like a bitter joke. I lived in a room near on Nut Station for about 800 baht a night. I ate at the street stalls along Sukhumvit Soi 38, which, if you've never been, is one of the most beautiful and unpretentious stretches of food in this entire city. And I watched. I kept a folder. I talked to people. Because Bangkok is enormous and anonymous and merciless, but it also has a memory. Expat communities talk. Bar owners on Silom Road talk. A British man with a taste for high-end hotels and low-risk fraud. People notice patterns. In September of 2019, a contact of mine, a fixer named Som Chai who worked the area around Patpong Night Market, told me he'd seen someone matching my description of Marcus dining at a riverside restaurant near Asiatique. I went 3 nights in a row. Nothing. Then October. Then nothing for months. Now imagine it's a Friday night in January 2020. You're walking this exact stretch of Khao San Road. The night market is erupting around you. Fried scorpions, mango sticky rice, 70 baht Singha beers, tourist backpackers haggling over silk scarves. And your eyes, which have spent nearly 2 years scanning every Western face in every crowd in this city, land on a man in a blue linen shirt. My first instinct, I will not lie to you, was not noble. I felt something cold and absolute move through me. 5 steps closed the distance to 10 feet. 8 steps to 5. He looked up. He recognized me. And here is your twist. Here is the thing that revenge stories never prepare you for. Marcus Webb looked at me from that plastic chair, and he looked small, diminished. His linen shirt was frayed at the collar. He had lost maybe 30 pounds. His eyes had the specific hollowness of a man who has been running long enough to forget what he was running toward. He said, quietly, "I've been waiting for someone to find me." I called Somchai. Somchai called a contact at the Tourist Police Division on Khao San Road. The office is literally 100 meters from where we're standing. Within 40 minutes, 2 officers were at the table. Marcus Webb was extradited to the United Kingdom in April 2020, for days before international travel became nearly impossible. He was convicted of fraud in March 2021. 7 years. I got $31,000 in a restitution settlement, a fraction of what was taken. I used $9,000 of it to fly Prey and Maya to Bangkok for 2 weeks in the summer. We ate at the night markets along Yaowarat Road in Chinatown. Maya fed sparrows outside Wat Tramet. We didn't fix everything. Maybe we never will. But here's what I know, walking through these streets tonight. Revenge sounds like thunder in your head for years. And then when it finally arrives, it's just a quiet man in a fraying shirt saying he was waiting to be found. Justice is not what you imagined. It's smaller, it's slower, and it costs more than money. But Bangkok gave it to me anyway.